pledge allegiance to the flag
the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Madam Clerk, would you call the roll?
Yes, Mayor, quorum is present for the City Council, Successor Agency, Housing Authority, and Joint Powers Authority.
Are there any persons present that wish to make public comment to the City Council, the successor agency, the Housing Authority, or the JPA? Other than the public hearings, you may do so at this time. Seeing no one rise, we'll move on to item 1, CSA 1 and H1.
Warrant register.
Receive and file. Madam Clerk, what's the next scheduled matter?
Yes, Mayor, the next scheduled matter is a public hearing under the requirements of the Tax and Equity Fiscal Responsibility Act and the Internal Revenue Code of 1986 as amended.
Has the notice of hearing been given in the time, form, and manners required by law, and do you have the affidavit on file?
Notice has been given and an affidavit is on file.
Mr. City Manager, is there a staff report on the matter?
There is, Mr. Mayor. It's Roberto Chavez. He'll be giving the staff report.
Welcome, Mr. Chavez.
Good afternoon, Mayor, Council, and members of the public. Thank you very much. I'd also like to welcome and acknowledge the presence of Ben Barker with the California Municipal Finance Authority, or the issuance agency for the bonds today. Today, we're here this afternoon to conduct a public hearing for the Federal Tax Equity and Fiscal Responsibility Act, also known as TEFRA. We'd also like to adopt a resolution approving the issuance of bonds by the California Municipal Finance Authority for the benefit of 304 East Spruce Street LP and the development of a 60-unit affordable rental housing project located at 411 East Kelso. A little background. TEFRA requires a public hearing to be held by the governing body of the jurisdiction in which the project to be financed with tax-exempt financing is located, and that the governing body approve the proposed financing. 304 East Spruce LP is the borrower, has asked that the California Municipal Finance Authority be the issuer of a tax-exempt financing in an amount not to exceed $30 million of tax-exempt revenue bonds to finance and refinance the acquisition, construction, and development and equipping of a 60-unit qualified residential rental project to be owned and operated by the borrower. The California Municipal Finance Authority is a joint powers authority formed to assist local governments, nonprofit organizations, and businesses with the issuance of both taxable and tax-exempt debt. I'd like to make something clear. The debt to be issued by this California Municipal Financing Authority will be the sole responsibility of the borrower and the city will have no financial or legal obligations or responsibilities regarding the repayment of the debt. All financing documents will carry disclaimers that the loan is not an obligation of the city. The city will also bear no costs in the issuance of the proposed debt. This is a private loan with the borrower and their bank. With that, the recommendation is that the City Council adopt a resolution approving the issuance of bonds by the California Municipal Finance Authority, or agency, for the borrower. Such adoption is solely for the purpose of satisfying the requirements of TEFRA, the IRS code, and the California Government Code Section 6500. This concludes my report. I'd be happy to take any questions or concerns or comments.
Is there any public comment on the matter? Hearing none, we'll close public comment. Is there a motion?
Mayor, I'll move adoption, item 1.
Second.
Madam City Clerk.
Council members Gray.
Aye.
Padilla.
Aye.
Morales.
Aye.
Fogg.
Aye.
Mayor Butts.
Aye, M1.
Approval of the minutes of the meetings held on June 17, 2025 and June 24, 2025.
Move approval.
Second.
Madam City Clerk.
Council members Gray.
Aye.
Padilla.
Aye.
Morales.
Aye.
Fogg.
Aye.
Mayor Butts.
Aye, consent calendar, items 2, 3, 4, and 5.
So moved.
Second.
Madam City Clerk.
Council members Gray.
Aye.
Padilla.
Aye.
Morales.
Aye.
Fogg.
Aye.
Mayor
Aye.
Butts.
DR1 and H3.
Staff report recommending the mayor, chairman, and council housing authority members approve a pre-development loan agreement with 304 East Spruce Street LP for the construction of a new 60-unit affordable rental housing project located at 411 East Kelso Street, Inglewood, California, 90301.
Move item one.
Second.
Madam City Clerk.
Council members and housing authority members, Gray.
Aye.
Padilla.
Aye.
Morales.
Aye.
Fogg.
Aye.
Mayor Chairman Butts.
Aye, 01.
Staff report recommending the mayor and council members introduce the updated salary ordinance for fiscal year 2025 through 2026.
Motion to waive further reading.
Second.
Madam City Clerk.
Council members, Gray.
Aye.
Padilla.
Aye.
Morales. Fogg.
Aye.
Mayor Butts.
Aye, I'll introduce 02.
Staff report recommending the mayor and council members introduce an ordinance amending Chapter 11, Article 14, Section 11-141 through 11-144 of Inglewood Municipal Code.
Motion to waive further reading.
Second.
Madam City Clerk.
Council members, Gray.
Aye.
Padilla.
Aye.
Morales.
Aye.
Fogg.
Aye.
Mayor Butts.
Aye, I'll introduce A1.
No report. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you, Mr. City Attorney. CM1.
No reports, Mayor.
Thank you, Mr. City Manager. CC1.
Yes, Mayor, real briefly, I would like to make mention, the city treasurer and I attended a few events this weekend. Not sure if she's going to touch on it, but we attended the National Night Out, and that was fantastic. Shout out to our police department for doing a fantastic job with that. The backpack giveaway with Councilwoman Falk and Assemblymember Tina McKinnon was out of sight. It was awesome. I'm remiss that I did not make it to the Get Out and Dance event with you, but I know it was all right with me because I've attended the last four. The chili cook-off. Councilman Padilla. I want to be like you.
Passed me up a long time ago.
Goodness. Let's talk about the chili cook-off.
Okay.
You did that. That was, as always, but the chili, my son got in the truck and was like, Mom, I think this is the best one. But yeah, it was out of sight. It was dynamic. I mean, everyone that was there was so awesome to see our community come out and to just be a part. Everyone out supporting you with the great cause that you're doing for our kids. Just so awesome. So shout out to you for that. Great job, Councilman.
Thank you.
On the cookout. And then lastly, I want to make mention that National Voter Registration Day is coming up. This will be my 5th year spreading the word and getting it out. And our theme this year is Vote-Chella. That's right, vote, but Chella. So we want all of our department heads to come in and be a part of what we're trying to do here and the community. We have Rocco the Clown. We have live music. We have a live DJ. We have Tough Crowd coming to give us some poetry, some rap, some entertainment, face painting, and we have our ice cream truck, none other than Sweet Tooth. He will be here with the road ice cream, providing for our community and our family. So looking forward to all of that. Other than that, Mayor, that concludes my remarks. Thank you.
Okay. Let's see. So now we're to the successor agency, which is in session, CSA 2.
Approval of the minutes of the meetings held on June 17, 2025 and June 24, 2025.
So moved.
Second.
Madam City Clerk.
Successor agency members, Gray.
Aye.
Padilla.
Aye.
Morales.
Aye.
Fogg.
Aye.
Chairman Butts.
Aye. We'll adjourn the successor agency. The Housing Authority is in session. So H2.
Approval of the minutes of the meetings held on June 17, 2025 and June 24, 2025.
Move
So moved.
approval. Second.
Madam City Clerk.
Housing Authority members, Gray.
Aye.
Padilla.
Aye.
Morales.
Aye.
Fogg.
Aye.
Chairman Butts.
Aye. Madam City Clerk, we'll close the Housing Authority. What's the next scheduled matter?
Mayor, it is a public hearing. We're going to reopen the housing as in regards to.
Well, we'll reopen the Housing
Yes,
Authority
sir.
and we'll have the public hearing.
Yes, sir. Public hearing to consider. The next scheduled matter is a public hearing to consider the Inglewood Housing Authority's 5-year plan for fiscal year 2025 through 2029 and annual plan for fiscal year 2025 through 2026.
Has the notice of hearing been given in the manner, time, form, and manners required by law? And do you have the affidavit on file?
At this time, Mayor, we're going to continue the public hearing, Mayor, at this time.
Oh, excuse me.
No, you're good.
Well, then I guess we'll stop all that. We're going to continue this public hearing until August 26, 2025 at
Yes,
2
sir.
p.m. We'll adjourn the Housing Authority once again. Okay, the JPA is in session, JPA 1.
Approval of the minutes of the meeting held on June 24th, 2025.
Move approval.
Second.
Madam City Clerk.
Joint Powers Authority members, Gray.
Aye.
Padilla.
Aye.
Morales.
Aye.
Fogg.
Aye.
Chairman Buds.
I adjourn the JPA. There's no appointments to boards, commissions, and committees. Public comment. Any public comment on any matters concerning city business not elsewhere considered on the agenda may be heard at this time for 1 minute.
Mayor, Council.
Good afternoon.
My name is Kanani. I was here last week. I left a little early. My concern was for the parking and the traffic on my street. I just wanted to know if I could, was there any feedback? Do you need anything else from me?
Actually, I was looking for you. We wanted you to talk to the parking manager. That's Bill Thompson. And so if we could call down and see if Bill's here, if you'd have a seat, we're going to have you talk to the parking manager so we could get your exact location and see if more resources would be of help to you.
Hate that.
You're very welcome.
Tony will take him.
Tony's got it.
Oh, Tony's going to take you.
Yeah.
That's a very highly paid person that's going to escort you. Oh, my goodness. Yes, ma'am.
Good afternoon. My name is Yaritza Gonzalez, and I'm a resident of Inglewood in District 4. And I'm here to voice my concerns around all the ICE raids and activity in Inglewood. Last week, on August 12th, several migrant workers were detained by ICE agents at the Home Depot in the Plaza, Century Plaza. The community held a vigil on Wednesday, August 13th in response, and just yesterday, more migrant workers were detained by ICE agents at the same Home Depot. There have been ongoing ICE raids in Inglewood and neighboring cities in the South Bay and LA County, and are causing people to live in constant fear, so much that some people have not even left their homes to buy groceries. We urge you all to stand alongside immigrants in Inglewood and that you meet with community leaders to discuss how to work together on this and provide more resources for members of our community that are currently being impacted by ICE raids and activity. Thank you.
Thank you. Next speaker.
Hello, everyone. I'm from District 4, and I wanted to talk about public safety concern. Public safety concern refers to any issue that poses potential threat to well-being, health, or security of general public. This includes threat to life, health, crime, violence, and safety of community. It is a public safety concern. Within the past 2 weeks, rogue ICE agents have kidnapped several individuals from Century Plaza, separated them from their families. It is also a public safety concern that rogue ICE agents have pushed a U.S. citizen off his wheelchair, all done at gunpoint. Public safety concern as well that rogue ICE agents have been housed before in Inglewood, Westin LAX Hotel. Mayor Butts, you do have 50 years experience of public safety. How do you plan to lead Inglewood city officials on resolving this? Thank you.
Thank you. Next speaker.
Good afternoon. My name is Paola Gonzalez, and I also live in District 4. I'm here to express my concern about ongoing ICE raids in our city. These actions have created widespread fear, keeping many residents from going to work, school, or even the grocery store. Community groups have been stepping in to provide food and support, but more is needed. We urge you to meet with community leaders to find ways to protect and support those who have been impacted. ICE raids are not only a federal issue, but also a local one, and they're happening here in Inglewood, and they're harming our neighbors. Please stand with us to ensure families can live in this city without fear. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Next speaker.
Good afternoon.
My name is Sierra Smith. I am a resident of District 2, and I also run a community counseling center here in Inglewood. And I don't have scripted material, but I second everything that my other residents here have said. But I want to bring up specifically the point of children, because we serve Lenox School District, and we serve some other school districts in LA County. And for the children we're seeing at our clinic, I don't know if you're aware yet that the American Psychological Association has specifically identified interactions with ICE and immigration as an adverse childhood experience, and they have noted that it is very specifically causing to long-term health problems. So this is my moment to ask that, at least on behalf of the children, recognize that ICE being in our community is a huge trauma. Even the threat of getting detained by ICE, just their presence is a huge trauma. And we are seeing a lot of folks not coming in for in-person services anymore. People are afraid. I would really love to partner with you to talk about how we as a city can work together on protecting our citizens against ICE, because it's having a huge mental and physical health impact. Thank you.
Thank you.
My name's Jeffrey Cantor. I live in District 3, Mr. Morales's district. I don't know if you've noticed the rent increases and how high the rent has gotten in the city of Inglewood. And I'm basically here to ask the city council and anybody who's involved. I know that the city of Los Angeles has a max of 4%, and we're paying up to 9% increase going on for the last 3 years. I hope it doesn't go on forever. And if you haven't noticed, the economy's gotten pretty bad here because of it. A lot of the popular restaurants have small lines. People aren't going to it. There's a lot of places that have closed up and a lot of for rent signs. And if you didn't notice it, I would say this city's in a recession right now. But I wish you guys could look and help the renters instead of the developers and the city of Inglewood and the landlords. We'd like to get some support also.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Cantor. Mayor, may I just
Yes,
respond in
go
an
right ahead.
effort to save his time? Mr. Cantor, thank you for coming in. We all are aware of the economy in general and the recession throughout the country. Rent has been going up here in Inglewood steadily. Luckily, probably 5 years ago, 6 years ago, we established rent control, which does not allow more than 3% a year, unless, of course, there is below market rent currently at your location. I know that I see Ms. Decatur here, who handles that department, and perhaps one of her staff can explain to you what the limits can be, and if they fall outside of what you felt, perhaps there's something you can report to her department as well.
I'm getting the limits, except my neighbor that lives 2 blocks away is in Los Angeles, and he only has a limit of 4%.
So if you're getting more than 3%, which is lower than 4%, well, then 9 is too much unless there's a circumstance that allows them to charge that. So what I'm
Low
gonna do,
market.
we're gonna, if Mr. Couture can have somebody speak to him about the details, and then we can go from there in terms of whether or not you fall within or outside of the limits. Sorry, Ms. Decatur.
Decatur.
Later.
All right.
Wait a minute, wait a minute.
Decatur.
Yes, sir.
You have the power to do it like the city of Los Angeles.
Our rent control ordinance is stronger than the city of Los Angeles. Your circumstance would have to be discussed so that they can see if you have any options. But we can't go back and forth right now, Mr. Cantor. I appreciate my colleagues allowing this for the moment. So you'll be going back and forth with Mr. Cater.
Okay,
Thank you so much.
okay. Okay, and with that, yeah, no, where did I lose control? Where did I lose control? Okay, with that,
All right, good job.
Ms. Decatur, ma'am, go right ahead. The floor is yours.
Hi, my name is Jessica Leslie. I stay about 500 feet away from the stadium, and we have been with dumping issues in our neighborhood. I'm on 101st. I'm in Miss Gray's district, so District 1. I have been to the city several times. I have taken pictures. I have talked to the lovely people downstairs. I have been on every floor in this building. It has been a month and a half, and we are literally watching people come to our neighborhood and dump oil in the middle of the street, which we have given you guys the recordings of. We have so much trash on our sidewalks, I can't even walk my dogs. And again, everybody from my neighborhood is complaining a month and a half, and they have not came and picked anything up. So I need to know what we're gonna do about this, what's happening, because again, like the gentleman just said, all the developing is going on. You guys are going up on our property taxes.
No,
You guys are
we're not.
privatizing all the waste and
No, we're not.
the people that we have, and they're not doing their job. I should not be living in filth.
Okay, so ma'am, what 100 block do you live in?
I'm 101. I'm on 101st Street.
I know, but what 100 block?
4244 is my address.
Okay, so we're gonna have somebody come out and look at your street because there's no reason why someone shouldn't come and clean a situation.
Oh, they've come. They've literally stayed up there and smoked cigarettes and didn't take anything
ma'am.
twice.
Ma'am, like I said, we're going to see what we can do.
Okay,
All
thank
right.
you.
You're welcome. All your fault, Eloy. Okay, so with that, we'll close public comment and we'll go to council comments. Councilwoman Gray, District 1.
All right, thank you, Mr. Mayor. Thank you to everyone who came out and made comments today. I know there are things that council and mayor need to address in terms of quality of life issues, but there are some things that certainly this city has that does benefit our residents. And so I'll just mention a few that that I have attended, and you hear that from others here on the dais. The National Night Out was last Tuesday, and it was a absolutely wonderful event. Congratulations to Chief Fraterada and Cindy Eller, because it brought the men and women of the police department together with the community, and that's always a good thing. I mean, they are here, the police department is here to protect everyone here in this city, and it's always good to interact with them on a positive basis. Also, the ITC project. There was a great meeting at the senior center this past week that Lisa Trevoletti and her team put on, and everyone from the city. It was an informational meeting. It told everyone who attended the status, what's going on with the project. And it was well attended. I was happy to see a lot of folks from throughout the city, specifically District 1. So that's a real good thing to inform the community. Also, the mayor and I both attended the ribbon cutting ceremony for the new, I call it Daniel Freeman / Kelso School. It's in my district as well as Mayor Butts. We were there along with the county superintendent. It's a beautiful school. They remodeled it. The outside is great. It's beautiful. The Clippers redid the outside of it. Everything's renovated inside for the kids. New furniture, new classroom. It's just wonderful. So that's a real positive thing for our school district. Also, I went to the event that Councilwoman Dionne Falk and Assemblywoman Tina McKinnon had. It was packed. It was great to see so many people come out and really benefit from all the resources that were there. It was a great event, so congratulations to the two ladies. I also attended the 10th and 11th Street Block Club. There's Assemblywoman McKenna. The 70th Street, the 10th and 11th Street, 10th and 11th Avenues Block Club. As Deshaun Coleman and his wife Celeste, congratulations to them and their team, all the officers. It's great, the block clubs. The band that was there, I think his name is Stephen Hine. He lives in District 1. Fantastic band. It was wonderful. We've talked about, I think the city clerk mentioned the chili cookout. that was the culmination of that day. It was wonderful. I love chili, and it gets better and better. I mean, and the hot dogs, I think I took 2 home, so with chili all on them. So, but it was a wonderful event. Congratulations to my colleague, Alex Padilla, Councilman Padilla, and his wife Stella, and its entire team, and Ramon, and all of them. I mean, it was absolutely wonderful. And so the last event was Sunday night. We had a real busy weekend. The mayor was there too. We gave the mayor gave a resolution to some of the nightclub owners here well, 2 of them are here in the city. Marcia Tukesti, owner of Lavender Blue. She's been around for ages. You're talking about resilience, right? And just being here in this community. Marcia, Lavender Blue, they're moving down the street. Also, there was a townhouse, the new townhouse, former owner Ross Pennington. Also, Ed Wheeler, the founder of La Louisiana, and Lionel Harris, owner of The Bottom Line. They were all there, and they all were presented certificates. And you can see that Congresswoman Maxine Waters was there, too. That was a great event. So thank you very much, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, Councilwoman. Councilman Padilla, District 2.
Great. Thank you, Mayor. A couple of things. Number one, National Night Out, again, a huge success. I want to thank Chief Honorata and all his staff for making it a fun-filled evening. A special shout out to Cinder Eller, who actually, I think, put it all together to get everybody out there, and the community really enjoyed it. Something different this year with National Night Out. We did it a week later, and it actually turned out to be really nice. So I don't know what the chief's plans are for next year, but hopefully he'll do the same. It frees us up to go on to other agencies to see what they do on National Night Out, and we do ours the following week. So thank you to the police department. The backpack giveaway, Councilwoman Falk, you guys knocked it out, you and the Assemblywoman Tina McKenna. It was so nice to see so many of our children there with their family to take, the benefit of getting not only the backpacks, but other services that were there that were offered to these families to be able to sustain them and help them as they get back to school. It's really important that the kids understand that these schools are safe zones, that they can go back to school, be safe. That's the most critical thing of what we have to offer, is to offer a safe, encouraging learning environment, and that's what the schools are. And that's why Dr. Morris and his staff did a great job of welcoming back the school kids yesterday and today. Everything went smooth, so thank you to Dr. Morris and all his staff and the assistance from the school security and the police department to make sure all our children and their family were safe. So hats off to them. We have a upcoming event coming up, the Hispanic Heritage and Classic Car Show, September 20th. If you'd like to be a vendor, please reach out to our Parks and Rec staff. They're still looking for folks to set up a booth and to be a vendor. If you have a catering truck and you want to bring them out, again, get a hold of our Parks and Recs folks. They have limited space available. If you have a classic car and you'd like to be in the Classic Car Show, I'll have about 125 spaces, roughly 125, 150. Give my office a call, 310-412-8760, and we will set you up. And then let's talk about that chili cook-off. Everybody says, thank you, Councilman. Really, don't thank me. Thank the community. Truth be told, our community comes out in force. They come out to enjoy this. They volunteer to help set up, take down. They volunteer to bring, some of the food, pizza, chicken, the hot dogs, everything is donated. So we have a very rich environment of businesses that help us out, and the community that comes out to show their support and giving back to the community. We had 10 or 12 people in the chili cook-off. Mayor, if I can just get 30 seconds or so. Besides giving off the bicycles and scooters and other stuff that we raffled off, everything is free. Nobody pays anything to come to this event. They get to enjoy it. Like all of our events are all free to the community. I want to thank our participants, Octavio Padilla, Jim Vaughn, Keisha Fisher, Odessa Riley, the Inglewood Police Officers Association. There also was in the chili cook-off, Linda Williams, Patrice McConnell from the Zeta Phi Beta sorority. Our Dobie's Gardens is over from Darby Park, and rest in peace, Dobie. Layla McLaughlin and Anthony Dixon. The winners were, oh wait, hold on. There's one of the judges is here. And I'm gonna, Lalo, stand up. I'm surprised you're even here. You ate so much darn chili. Man, this is from Lalo's restaurant on Arborvita. I mean, these guys have to eat all this chili and then they got to pick a winner. So thank you very much. He also donated a set of knives to the top 3 folks that won. So thank you, Lalo, and Lalo's restaurant. So the winners were, in third place, it was actually a tie, Linda Williams and the Inglewood Police Officers Association. We rarely have a tie, but these judges said they just couldn't break it up. And then second place was Patrice McConnell from the Zeta Phi Beta sorority. The first time entering the contest, came in second place. And the winner was, no relation to me, so please, although a great guy, and one of my commissioners, Octavio Padilla.
We're going to have to check into that, buddy.
Man, I'm
We're gonna have to check
telling
into
you.
that.
I don't know.
But, and then, look, again, I want to thank the community, but again, another big shout out, Ramon Quinones, my assistant, helping put it all together. Thank you, Ramon. And obviously, my beautiful wife, Stella. She's the one that helped me do it all, so thank you.
Okay, Councilwoman Dion Falk.
Thank you, Mayor. So I'm not going to say, rehash everything that everybody else said, but again, National Night Out was amazing. Congratulations to Cinder Eller and Chief Fronterata. The ITC event was an amazing success too. Our team did a great job and it was a great turnout, so congratulations to that team. And the chili cook-off was a success. But I'm still waiting to be a judge. Okay? I do want to acknowledge our young ladies that came to speak today from District 4 that did acknowledge the ICE raids that's happening in District 4. And everybody here on the dais feel the presence of what's happening in the city. In our districts, we are aware of what's happening. We feel it. Our hearts are with everybody in the community that are being affected by these ICE raids. So please don't for 1 minute think that we are disregarding what's happening. We don't care. We do care. And we are with our fellow City of Inglewood residents every day, all day long. Okay? So I want you to know that. I want to also acknowledge the Morningside Monarchs Alumni Association. They had an amazing alumni weekend. I was able to enjoy the day with them. On Saturday, before I get to some of my events, they did a wonderful job, and I know the mayor got there before me. And they surprised us. They told me they surprised you too, Mayor. They honored us for always being so supportive of their alumni association and always being there, participating, and just acknowledging everything that they do. So I just was so appreciative of that award. And I wanted to acknowledge that the class of 1986 took home the award for Best Tent this year. That's the one. Class of 1986, they won for the saloon, their decoration. So congratulations, Morningside, for another successful event. My Let's Get Healthy dance class, it was so much fun last week. I did enjoy it. I want you all to know that every year, it looks like more and more people come. And I want you all to know that after the first year, I had some people on social media teasing me saying, oh, That's the dancing councilwoman. The dancing councilwoman. It kind of made me feel bad and made me feel like I'm not going to do this event anymore. And I almost didn't do it. And then I get out there and there was so many people out there, y'all. I was like, oh, I'm so glad I didn't listen to them fools. So we had a good old time out there and we got healthy and we enjoyed, we fellowshipped and we had a good time. So God is good. Thank you so much and for coming out. Penny Pearl was amazing. J&J Soulful Dancing. Thank you so much, Penny Pearl. And DJ Jeff One did the DJing. So thank you so much. And we will have it again next year. Our back to school backpack event. I am so thankful to be able to have partnered once again for the 4th annual back to school backpack event with our amazing assembly member, Tina McKenna. Her staff is in the audience right now. Let's give it up for them. My staff is not here, Malcolm, Patton, he's not there, but they worked so hard that day. And then also Thomas U-Haul, his staff, Parks and Recs were out there 6 a.m. in the morning. Appreciate them. They had everything laid out. By the time it started at 10 a.m., everything was ready to go. We gave out 1,000 backpacks and computers to very deserving students, Inglewood Unified School District students. And so I am so thankful. I want to thank our partners, AT&T, Human IT, McDonald's, AMT Enterprises, KJLH Radio, Ade Lamar, and Inglewood Unified School District 101 Enterprises. And of course, my team up here, my team. Mayor James Butts was there in the house. We have all of our council members, Aloy, Alex, Gloria Gray, and City Clerk and Madam Treasurer were there. So I just want to thank all of them. I'm just a couple more seconds, Mayor. I just lastly want to say that I do appreciate that all of you guys always come out and support for such an important event like this, because we have so many kids in not just Inglewood, but in the inner cities that whose parents can't afford a backpack, and let alone a computer. And for me and the assembly member to be able to bless these kids with a computer and have them have such a successful school year this year is such a blessing for us to be able to provide that to them. So thank you all for always supporting us and being there to bless these kids. So thank you so much, Mayor. Appreciate you. Appreciate everybody on this dais for always being there for me.
Thank you, Councilwoman. We appreciate you as well. Councilman L.R. Morales.
Thank you. So much has already been said, but I do want to congratulate my colleagues for having a successful event over the weekend. First of all, Councilman Padilla, it's just a strong community event. Ramon, your assistant, amazing, but you are committed. And I got to tell you, those things aren't easy to put together. So, to be consistent every year, you should be congratulated, and it was an awesome job. Councilwoman Falk, who did her backpack giveaway, those things, they take effort. She had volunteers from other cities. I think I met Lawndale councilman with Councilman Padilla next to him. And I have to say that, getting together with our assembly person and creating that kind of partnership, those things take effort. They also take a relationship. So congratulations for that. And then I think Councilwoman Gray threw a party at her house. Did you, Councilwoman?
Every week.
Every week.
Every week.
Every week? Oh, wow.
So congratulations for that, Councilwoman Gray. And I do want to point out that National Night Out, it's an amazing opportunity to thank our police department. I can't thank them enough. There was a small incident over the weekend where, their response is constant. But what I like the most, and I've been here so long that I've seen most of the guys that I came in with, they're lieutenants, captains, and at a high rank. And I know they share the same fondness for the city, and we're very fortunate to have that as part of the department. So thank you for that. And then finally, I do want to spend some time on back to school. Back to school because it signifies the beginning of so much, but it also signifies, as my colleague said, that I was at a couple of first days. That one's at Oak Street. You know, there are schools that are being combined. They're being combined because of the situation, not only in the city of Inglewood with enrollment down, but throughout the state of California. So what happens there is that there was a lot of things being done yesterday for the first time. And, you know, people moving from one school they were accustomed to another one. That's just a product of where the world is right now in terms of the state of California. But another thing was society. You know, something was brought up about, you know, how there could be enough fear for living your daily life, which is what we don't want for any of our residents, you know. But everything we do, we have to ensure that it's improving the situation for our residents. That's the goal. Now, if we do anything outside of that for any other reason, we're not doing our job. So it's all about doing for improvement. But I can tell you that all of us are in communication with the school district. I know because I am. And, you know, one of the things we're going to look at is the enrollment. Judging from yesterday, it was a beautiful day, welcoming the kids back to school. Enrollment was up, and everybody was showing up. I saw plenty of families out there, many of which I know already, and I can tell you that as we move forward, that's the goal. The goal is for our children. The goal is for the quality of life around our city, and that's what we're going to be walking forward to. So with that, that's it. Thank you, Mayor.
Okay, I want to congratulate Alex again on that chili cook-off. You know, he has so many people and so much free food, but the bad thing is that you can gain 5 pounds while you're there with all the food easy.
Yeah.
And so it's a health hazard, Alex. But let me tell you something. It is very much become an anchor event right up there with National Night Out. And so congratulations. I want to congratulate the police department on National Night Out. I really want to acknowledge Morningside Alumni Association. I don't know if look at that. There's a picture. So anyway, they all gave us these nice little plaques and so on and so forth, and it was a great event. I go every year, and it's just so I believe that they will always have that event because Morningside's always going to be in the city's heart, and I'll always have that jacket. But anyway, I wanted to talk briefly about the backpack giveaway. You know, there are families that to get backpacks and school supplies free of charge. It means a lot. And we have some families in our community where fathers are not going to work because of what's going on in the country. And, you know, quiet as it kept, we have some employees whose families are impacted just this way. And, you know, when I have an opportunity and I find out that an employee is impacted like that, you know, I give what I can to the spouse that's able to come to work. And so, you know, we have great things going on here in Inglewood, but it's a difficult time. It's a very difficult time. The city doesn't have control over the distribution of federal resources and federal priorities. But nonetheless, we try to provide information on what people can do to, you know, ensure their rights as best they can. But we acknowledge this is a difficult time in America. And with that, there's a guy named Joe Roseanne. He came here to be the chief of police in 1981. And he promoted me to be a sergeant, lieutenant, and a captain of police. And he would eventually become an assistant city manager and then city manager for a number of years. He had a wonderful family, and the biggest part of his life was his wife, Marlene, and she passed just recently. And so we're going to close in the honor of Marlene Roseanne, and we're adjourned.